got Louis Smolka, the 10-1, the last samurai here on the program. First time on. We've got Ben Nguyen coming up here at UFC Fight Night 91, July 13th. He's obviously right now, you can hear the background. He's at the Monte Carlo in Las Vegas. He's helping corner his teammate Russell Doan. He's getting ready for UFC Fight Night 90. So you guys are only a week apart in your fights. Russell said that training camp was the best training camp he's ever had. And he had to adapt a couple things to get ready for his training camp. You guys are basically in the same training camp at the same time. How was training camp for you?
Pretty miserable. I don't ever like training camp. I don't like to train. I hate training. I hate the gym. I don't understand how people can love the gym. I hate the gym. I go in there and I feel like I'm gonna die every single day, and I hate it.
You're a very cerebral fighter, and you're not very aggressive. You don't like try to go out there and hurt people and try to do a lot of damage to them. It just kind of happens because you're thinking about which way to go early. Does by the time you get to the middle of the training camp, like 4 weeks into it, 6 weeks into it, do you find yourself having to take a day and a half off to stay out of the gym to kind of revamp mentally to get back into it?
Yeah, I don't really like to do 6 days straight or anything. I'll do 2 or 3 days. I'll have a hard day, an easy day, a rest day, and then a hard day, easy day, maybe half day.
When I was training at the Olympic Training Center for wrestling, that was the exact same schedule that we would be on. It'd be a hard day, easy day, and a day of rest. Hard day, easy day, day of rest.
Yeah.
Is that the reason why you seem to be so able to go through these hard fights and able to continue through these hard camps? Is because you do take that extra day of rest?
I honestly think it's been a huge factor for me is to just rest more, From what I can tell, we're overtraining a lot. As MMA fighters, the general, there's a general consensus that, they try to, push you gladiator style and try to, kill you in the gym, and it's not the best plan, I don't think it's good for career longevity. I don't think it's good for a lot of things. I don't think it's the right way to do it.
I agree with you now. If you talked to me 8 years ago, I would have told you you're a complete idiot and you have no idea what you're talking about. But now that I've actually stopped and looked at the sport, we're overtraining severely, and there's a lot of issues, and there's been a lot of talk about how to revamp training cycles, how to revamp training camps. Have you had to do any tweaking at all in your training camp besides being on a different rhythm or a different pattern than most of the other fighters, where you go hard, go easy, and then take a day off?
Well, not really. I kind of like to. I haven't really had to adjust myself too much. We go pretty hard when we spar and stuff, but I'll take my rest days. Honestly, strength and conditioning has been the biggest thing that I've changed maybe over the past year and a half that I've really, really just been working on with Fitness Reigns and my boy Devin Moynihan. He's been helping me out a lot recently, and he's just been trying to develop my athleticism. I'm not that athletic, but I feel like he's done a really good job in trying to develop my balance, my movement, my flexibility, and I feel like that's really paid dividends.
You say you're not very athletic. What's your measuring stick? How are you measuring that you're not very athletic?
I never played traditional ball and stick sports. I never played football. Can't really run fast. Not really very accurate in basketball. Can't really jump high. So I don't really consider myself an athlete. There's guys that like Chad Mendes or whatever. They're oh yeah, he could run Olympic track if he wanted. I'm not an athlete.
Is it humbling sometimes when you have to go out there with your strength and conditioning and do the sprint work with other fighters or do certain drills with other fighters? You're kind of I'm definitely going to be behind in this one.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks, dude. There's girls that lift more than me and shit. It sucks. There's girls that deadlift more than me. I'm oh well, this is embarrassing.
Well, it depends on the girl. I mean, if she's a power lifter, that's not too bad. It's just when they're a yoga instructor and they're out lifting you, then you have an issue. So. Let's talk about Ben. Let's talk about your opponent real fast. Break down Ben for me, your opponent.
I think he's gonna come out really aggressive in the beginning. Yeah, I don't really want to engage in the pocket too much unnecessarily. I want to use range kicks if I can. If I can get a takedown, that'd be good too in the first. And then from there, I'm gonna just start pushing the pace. More engage harder. Try to land a bunch of body shots if I can. Damage him.
You've always seemed to have really good cardio. MMA cardio. I mean, it seems you always seem to have a lot of energy coming into the later rounds. But then for this last year, you've been doing strength and conditioning. Have you noticed that you're able to go harder longer throughout your rounds, or are you now able to maintain a different pace?
I've been able to explode better. That's been my main thing. Like I can transition between rhythms very well too. Like I can go from that like Nick Diaz, like grind you out boxing volume punch rhythm to like, well, I'm trying to develop like a GSP shot rhythm as well. Like, so, you box, whatever, pressure the cage, then land a quick jab to a shot, like just changing rhythms like that very quickly, and developing like an in and out, good footwork. It's obviously not at that level, but I've been trying to, mimic as best I can and try to develop something like that.
Louis, thanks so much for coming on here. I appreciate it, especially 7 days out, and you're in the middle of trying to help your teammates get ready for fights. This fight for me is going to be great. I can't wait to watch it on July 13th. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be at home watching it. And, of course, I really don't like going to Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It always seems it's either really, really cold or a lot of bugs. It's just not my thing. So, but, it is a great place. If you had time to tour around a little bit, take a look around, it is actually a nice place to kind of be outdoors.
Oh, really? Oh, I'll try to check it out. I'll probably need something to do while I'm out there. I'll look around, see what there is.
It's definitely not Hawaii outdoors. Okay, it's not. You're not going to see. It's just not that kind of vibe. But it's definitely outdoors, and you can see a lot of different stuff. I think you might actually enjoy it. It's like, wow, this is like where Buffalo Rome and part of our American culture was kind of based in this area. Like, I think you'll like it from a historic stance as well.
Go out there, drink some Budweiser.
Exactly, or Coors Light, depending on what you like. I mean, whatever your feeling is. All right, Russell. We'll talk to you again soon, man. Good luck with the rest of your training camp. Have fun, and we'll talk after.
All right, Frank. Looking forward to it, man. Always a pleasure.